Hello everyone, Chris Erkley here for HS Game Time, joined by our hoops guru, Jeff Perenni. This time we are at Centennial High School. Centennial right now, numero uno in Jeff's top 12, so that means we come out here and make the stop out at Husky Town. Jeff, we're going to talk plenty about the Huskies, but first, you're the only guy in town, I'd probably say in SoCal, with a top 12 instead of a top 10. So we kind of use that as our segue into league play because the league play is in full swing right now. Obviously, Centennial at the top. Let's start it off with Big VIII.
Well, the Big VIII is a meat grinder, as some of the coaches have liked to say. With Centennial #1, Corona #3, Santiago, the Sharks have won 9 in a row at #5, and Roosevelt won 6 of 8, coming off they played in one of the divisional championships at the Torrey Pines Holiday Classic. The Mustangs are #8.
Obviously, the Inland Valley League is no slouch as well, led by North, who's been off to a hot start. League play as well, getting in full swing.
Well, the top of that league is where it's at, and they actually started in December. Some teams are 3 games in, some teams are 4 games in, as I understand it. But tonight, Wednesday night, North and Rancho Verde. North is #2 in my rankings, and Rancho Verde, is #4. And we're looking at a 14-2 team against 11-4 team, and that's going to be for the lead in that league, and that's probably how that league's going to play out.
Another strong league out in the Southwest is the Southwestern League. That's your territory over there. They're led by Marietta Valley, who's been off to a hot start.
Well, Marietta Valley has won 5 of the last 6. And the year that they didn't win it, they finished 2nd. They ended up going and winning the CIF title. So, you know, Steve Tarabilda's team is going to bring it, and they're going to be tough. But that league is really deep and really tough and will be very fun to watch this year. I have Marietta Valley ranked #6. I have Great Oak ranked #7. I have Temecula Valley ranked #9. I have Marietta Mesa ranked #11. And I have Chaparral as probably the top team to watch.
Last but not least, we want to touch on the Sunbelt League. A school that we visited a couple weeks ago was Elsinore. They're holding down the 10th spot also in a solid league.
Yeah, Elsinore's an interesting story because they've won their last 30 games in that league. They haven't lost since, was it February of 2009, I believe? But they will be challenged this year. Paris, Lakeside will probably be the 2 teams that will really give them a run and maybe look to break that 3-year unbeaten streak in Sunbelt League play.
And finally, let's touch on why we're here at Centennial High School. Of course, they're #1 in our rankings at 15-1 on the season. But Coach Giles here, he said once Big VIII League play starts, that's all out the window.
Yeah, you throw the records out. They're 15-1, but that Big VIII League is going to be a grind. And they started out Tuesday night playing Corona, and those are what appears to be the top 2 teams going in. But no night will be an easy night in this league.
Yeah, we spoke to Coach Giles just about that. He was talking about it's definitely going to be tough to get a win on the road.
The thing is, I think with our conference, there's a lot of places where it's really tough to go out on the road and get wins, you know, and you can go every single school in our conference. I think it's hard to go into those gyms and get a win, which is what you got to do if you're going to finish near the top of the pack.
Obviously, Centennial off to a hot start this year. Wasn't the case last year. They were under 500 when the season came to a close. Some of the guys who struggled through that last year were Cedric Bearfield and Sam Finley, guys who are leading the team this year. They've talked about that rebuilding process.
You know, we went through a lot last year. It was really tough. We worked hard for this, and we're doing pretty good, so we just got to keep working. We just had to be patient. You know, we were young. There was a lot of stuff we had to work on with defense and offense and everything. A lot of things we weren't doing right, but you know, we've worked on it a lot, and we're getting W's.
Well, we learned that nobody takes mercy on us, so we got beat down really, really bad last year in a lot of games, and so we was trying to put the beat down on everybody else this year.
A lot of times success has a lot to do with team chemistry and bringing the team together. They had really a tough moment in a holiday tournament back at the end of November when a key member of the team went down in a freak injury, but ironically though, it did bring the team together and make them stronger emotionally.
Yeah, Derek Bruce, a junior, who's having a great game. It was the championship, the tip-off at the Empire tournament, Centennial's own tournament. It was the first year that they've run the tournament, and a gruesome injury at the end of the first quarter where he severely injured his ankle.
His injury was such a freak injury, and it was so kind of out of nowhere with nobody being around him, and just to get hurt like that, I mean, I think it just kind of reminds everybody that, you know, every game, every practice, you know, you got to take it like it could be your last. You never know. Now Derek's going to come back, and we assume that he's going to be, you know, back to 100% one day. It's not going to happen this year, but, you know, hopefully one day that's going to come. But I think it just, for the guys, they have a constant reminder of, you know, how precious of an opportunity it is to play basketball and to play any sport for that, and to just not take it for granted.
All right, that does it for our second Hoops Chat of 2013 from Centennial High School. I'm Chris Erkley, that's Jeff Perenni, and we'll see you next week.